Hey guys, welcome back to Western Eric Weather. So today we're gonna start with our forecast. So we have a nice cloud layer. We got some of these thunderstorms over here. So we got this one, which is a severe thunderstorm here on the waters. This is just a strong thunderstorm here on this side. There's heavier rain with this. There is a tornado warning right here in central Pennsylvania near State College. So, and we got this mezzo for fast flooding potential here. With this, all of this is associated with this low pressure system coming north. If we look at radar real quick, we can see here this is a severe thunderstorm. We're on velocity right now. We got some of this heavier reds, indicating some of the stronger wind gusts. If we look at reflectivity, you can tell differential reflectivity that shows more hail. Same thing with CC or correlation coefficient. You can see some of these hail. You can look at reflectivity here and to see some of these thunderstorms. We got some heavier rains in this near Lake City here. And we do have a tornado warning near State College. Let's check velocity on this. We got some rotation, so you can tell by rotation by how strong these red and greens are. And there's some rotation on that. And let's see. There's no CC drop on that or correlation coefficient. So, if we look at radar, there is some of these stronger thunderstorms coming this way. There's a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms. This is a more southern threat for places like Chautauqua, Cattaraugus counties, especially places like Jamestown or anyone on Lake Chautauqua or like southern Salamanca, Allegheny State Park could see some of these stronger, even severe thunderstorms. If we go look here at the weather story, National Weather Service issues these weather stories talking about these severe thunderstorms. They included all of Cattaraugus, Chautauqua, some of Allegheny County even, and portions of Erie County has been highlighted for the greatest threat of severe storms, including rain, wind, large hail. There is no threat for tornadoes, but severe thunderstorms do occasionally produce tornadoes. The hazardous weather outlook issued by the National Weather Service also encourages that outlook, that thunderstorms will blossom this afternoon and evening. Some might become severe with damaging wind gusts, heavy rain, and large hail as the primary threats, which we know. You can see there's a marginal risk that includes Buffalo. So if you're in the Buffalo area, in the Buffalo Metro, don't be discouraged. You might still see some of these severe thunderstorms. It's just more likely it's going to be more down southern you go to the slight risk. There's a slight risk just south. We will see later that you could see. Yeah, lightning risk, which is thunderstorm risk. Thunderstorm wind related gusts. So it's 58 miles or greater threat, up to 15. Same thing with hail. It's up to 1 inch hail, 15%, 1 inch or larger hail in your area. So, as I said in the Storm Prediction Center, they issued an enhanced risk today. So you can see at the border there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms. There is in Ohio and portions of Pennsylvania. You can see there's a tornado risk. Where that tornado warning was issued was more in mid-state, so you could get tornado warnings outside of your in the 2% risk. So the wind risk, there's a 5% for our area. Maybe some portions get to this 15% near extreme southern portions of Chautauqua County. There's a significant severe or hatched risk of 65 knots or greater within a 25 mile of one point. Same thing with hail. There's a 30% hatch risk. So you might see some of these bigger hail storms down nearby Texas. And got another 15% chance of, some of these severe storms. Day 2, there's a marginal risk within central, more so in the central New York, but the Buffalo Weather Office is included here, near Oswego, more closer to Watertown than to Buffalo. Tornado risk, there's no tornado risk. I could see they could put the 2% on there, but not at this time. There's no tornado risk. That could change. Wind and hail risk are at their respective 5% for our area. If we check model runs, ECNWF, I say around that like 200 hour. So this goes up to 144. I know some model runs have it differently. That's about correct, but you can see this low, as we discussed earlier, is going to come up, and a high pressure might form as a result after the initial low comes through. The GFS comes out with a similar thing. High pressure comes in, blocks some of this rain, and there's some rain and thunderstorms past this, but this is like over 300 hours out. The CMC, or the Canadian model, has this low pressure coming up northeast. High pressure comes out, gives us some nice weather coming up. And the Icon model, these are more longer range. The Icon here showing this low comes up, then the high pressure coming through. Models are in good consensus that we could see some of these strong, with that low, some rain, potentially some thunderstorms associated with that. We can also look at HRRR. We can zoom in on our region in the northeast. We could see some of these thunderstorms develop here coming up. Some of these could be severe. And, bring some thunderstorm to our area. After that, seems like it's going to be nice. Getting mid. So if we look at our forecast maps, there's some highlighted area just at the border, severe thunderstorms possible, but all 3 days we'll have that rain and thunderstorm chance as this low comes through. Nothing that's contradicting. So some heavier rains are going to be in the next couple days. Day 1 with about 1/4 of an inch to maybe even 1/2 an inch. Some portions south near Chautauqua, that PA border, you could see almost up to an inch in some areas. Day 2, there's a lot less rain. There's a lot of rain down here. Holy. You got some of this 1/4 inch of rain, if that, even 1/10 of an inch, if you're lucky. There's no risk. Day 3, maybe a 0.01 of an inch of rain, so barely any rain. And if we look at 7-day totals, it's about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, depending where you are. Got some heavier rain near Texas and down south here. Looking at the excessive rainfall, we run the marginal day 1. Day 2, no threat. Moderate there. Get some of these heavier rains. Day 3, they have the slight again in that area. That's all I have. Thanks for watching and have a good night.